I am making applesauce, and I've got all my apples already cut up. And what you want to do is, I don't have a core, so I just cut them. Take all your cores and peels and put them in a bag. I am going to freeze them because I already have like 4 jars of apple cider vinegar brewing, and I don't really need any more. But you can take these and put them in the freezer in a freezer bag, and then you can make your apple cider vinegar at a later date. And that's a lot of cores and peels. That'll make probably 2 or 3 quarts of apple cider vinegar. So it's a good thing to save. And they'll last for quite a while in the freezer. And then you cut all of the apples up. And in this bowl, we filled the bowl with water and a couple tablespoons of citric acid. And you put the citric acid in there to keep them from turning brown while you're cutting up all your apples. And you slice them up. And then I'm going to put this in the crock pot because it's late and I won't be standing here for several hours trying to cook these. When I get up in the morning, it'll be all ready. And I will show you the crock pot part in just a couple minutes. I'll have to move around. Now we're at the crock pot, or the slow cooker. It's actually a crock pot. I put all the apples in. I dumped them into a strainer, rinsed them off, got all the citric acid off of them, put them in the slow cooker. I use apple juice. Just dump some of that in there. And a bit of cinnamon. And I am not canning these. I have a bunch canned already. I'm going to do part of this applesauce for the refrigerator, and part of it is going to be apple butter. So no canning. And I'm going to run this on high for about 10 hours. I'm sorry, low for about 10 hours. And they'll be cooked in the morning, and then I'll show you the grinding up process. Okay, so it's the next morning, and my apples are really cooked down. And I'm going to turn this off to, well, I'm going to put it on keep warm. And then what you do is you take one of these hand mixers, hand blenders. I can't remember. I know there's another name for them, but I don't remember what it is. But I can barely remember my name sometimes. And you just stick it in and mix it up. I'm going to do this camera back. Okay, I think that's probably enough. I'm going to do some more, but I won't make you guys go through it. But anyway, you mix it all up so that it's all crushed up. I'm going to unplug this. And then this was 10 apples. I don't remember. I think they were maybe Fiji's, or I don't know, there was some organic apple that I got at the grocery store because my apple tree has some growing to do. So anyway, I'm going to take part of this and just put it in the refrigerator. I have a container with applesauce in it, so if anybody wants applesauce, they can just get some out. And the other part of it, I'm going to put in a pan and I'm going to cook it down for apple butter. So I will come back when I've got the apple butter in progress and show you the rest of that. Bye. Okay guys, I've had this applesauce, which I'm turning into apple butter, on the stove, warming up, kind of cooking down. This is not for canning. This is just for me to put in the refrigerator to have apple butter on my toast in the morning. And if you watch, I don't know if I'm gonna put this video on the applesauce video or if I'm gonna put this separate. So if for some reason I end up putting this separately, just go and watch my applesauce video and how to make applesauce. Basically what I did, I took 10 apples. I guess I should fix the camera. I took 10 apples and peeled them, cored them, cut them up, put them in the slow cooker, cooked them for 10 hours over low. And then I split it up and I did applesauce. You put in apple juice and cinnamon too, and I use a lot of cinnamon. But anyway, I took half of the applesauce, put it in a quart jar in the refrigerator so I can have applesauce whenever I want. And the other part of it, it's probably not half, about a pint maybe, because I usually keep it in a pint jar. I put in the pan where I'm cooking it down and making apple butter. And that will also go in the refrigerator, just for like doing on toast in the morning. So I'm going to show you the ingredients that I put in it, and you'll have apple butter real easy. Hang on, let me adjust. This thing is delicately balancing. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. Okay, so all the things that I put in, and I don't really measure, I just put some stuff in. So lemon juice, I buy these bottles of lemon juice because of canning. I use a lot of lemon juice, and I just don't have time to do regular lemons. Allspice. I would say if I had to pick a figure, I'd say about a quarter to a half teaspoon. A little bit of cloves. I love cloves. Oh my God, I just love it. And I don't go too heavy because it can be pretty strong. And then nutmeg. A little bit of nutmeg. And like I said, I don't really measure, so it's kind of hard to tell you. I just put some in. This is also just a pint worth. So I don't even think I think a quarter teaspoon would probably be too much. And then vanilla. And this is homemade vanilla, made with vanilla bean. And I'll be doing a video on that pretty soon too. I've done almond oil, or almond, coffee, vanilla, what did I say, oil? Extract. And then you just kind of mix this all up. I am not putting additional cinnamon into this because when I make my applesauce, I put a lot of cinnamon in it. I have a chicken who came in the door this morning, and normally they come in and like wait for me to get them some scraps for breakfast. Well, it's about 20 degrees outside right now, and my one chicken who's really sensitive to the cold. She's been wandering the house for the last couple of hours. And I just heard her back there. So anyway, that's it. You just put it in and you can see, here's the color that you get with the apple butter. And it does need to cook down just a little bit more because I put the lemon juice in there. But you just cook it down to where you have a good spreadable consistency. Like this is a little, it would work. Okay, it would work. You could put that on a piece of toast. But I like it a little bit thicker. So I will cook this down just a tiny bit. And then I'll add it to a pint jar that I keep in the refrigerator with apple butter in it all the time. And I'll have apple butter pretty much anytime I want it. It's really great with a cup of chamomile tea and a slice of homemade bread with apple butter. Oh my God. And I also wanted to note, I don't put sugar in my applesauce, and I don't put sugar in my apple butter. For me, apples are sweet enough. I don't need the added sugar. If I'm going to eat sugar, it's going to be something like, you know, a chocolate chip cookie or something. I'm not going to, just regular old fructose is fine with me. But if it's not fine with you, excuse me, and you like sugar, then add sugar. I would say if I was going to add sugar to this, I would probably add maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons of sugar to this amount. You can Google, go online. Oh God, I can't believe I just said Google. Okay, you can search the internet for applesauce recipes. And if you want to can it, look for a applesauce canning recipe so you can can your applesauce safely, which is pretty much just mashed up apples. Anyway, that's it. See you later.